And we are all thinking we are living in an advanced and scientifically very, very wonderful world. Yeah, you have smartphones in your hand. Oh, we are sending missiles and rockets here and there. Shaking ourselves out of our wits. All these machines, missiles, rockets, we're all faced. Oh, what wonderful science. As if we're going to go and do samsara and Mangalagraha tomorrow. We are all behaving. The fact is, when you get up in the morning, you are not able to shit properly. Because you take so long to come out of the toilet. In fact, many parents come and tell me, my boy has not gone to toilet 3 days, 4 days, and he's scared because he's trying very hard but it is not coming out. Not it's just the babies and girls and boys. Lot of elderly people are also going through the same problem. They have to take a coffee, they have to take 2 coffees. No, coffee is not enough, take 1 more cup of tea. If not enough, take daily honey in hot water with lemon juice. As if it is not enough, you take some hot water and then wait for half an hour. Then take a tube and then suck it out. These are the scenes. So, it's called nature call. You just go like that, unload, come out. And then when you put 1 bucket of water, it should not stick to the potty. And that's what healthy shitting is. Water, 2 bucket, 3 bucket, 4 bucket, it's still there. It's not going. That's enough. You don't need to go to any doctor. If that happens, you are in trouble. That's the beginning of your problems. So, what does it mean? That what we are eating, we are not able to. But we are eating lot of things. Eat. Morning, afternoon, night. No. You have gas problem. Every 2 hours you have to eat. Eat at 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 a.m. No other work for us. Who is telling this? So-called great experts and doctors are advising us, keep eating every 2 hours. No other work. Keep cooking, keep eating. Nothing else. Hey, no problem. Why do you want to cook? We are here. Online, we'll keep supplying you. Eat every 2 hours. No. This is all science for you. High tech. See, we have created so much milk. Biotechnology. Genetically modification. What have you created? You have created poisons. It's not milk. It's not food. And in the same breath, I would like to tell you, this so-called diesel industry started producing a lot of chemicals. And this bomb material incidentally formed the first fertilizer. By accident, the Second World War leakage of this bomb material into a place saw wheat growing in a very beautiful fashion. Then they discovered, yeah, this bomb material can be converted into fertilizer. So every year people keep making bombs, but they don't use as much as they make. So they have to remove it. And so that's how shelf life came into existence. So the bomb cannot be used after so-called 144 months. Not 144 weeks. That is approximately 2.5 years or so. After that, you cannot use the bomb. So that has to be decommissioned. So what about the material? So they were not knowing till just before this incident happened. Once this happened, they were very happy. So now I can go on making bombs and then make it fertilizer. So make fertilizer, what to do? You grow the wheat. Grow wheat. So grow lots of it. What do you do? Just feed the animals. Make lot of meat. So you feed the animal 8 kilos of this wheat and then you make meat and then we eat the meat. So the meat industry started. Then all of a sudden they figured out this wheat requires lot of water. To grow 1 kilo, you need 10,000 liters of water. So over a period of 15, 20 years, they figured out there has to be something else which we need to do. Then the soya bean came to. This is a dicotyledon, it doesn't require that much water. It also produces its own fertilizer. So it has got two advantages. So let us see, we'll start with. But what happened was, these dicotyledons, they fix nitrogen in their roots. So wherever there is a dicotyledon plant, that is not just soybean, even our avrekai or green gram or groundnut, all these dicotyledons have this nitrogen fixing capacity, and so they produce natural fertilizer in the form of urea or other chemicals. So what happens when you have a dicotyledon, around it other plants come out, because it not only just makes fertilizer for itself, it also distributes all around. That is the nature. So these guys, these other guys are coming out, I want to kill all this, I just want only the soybean. So so-called genetic engineers came along, we are here to do the job for you. So we will spray a chemical which actually accidentally again they found in the war, that these Americans and Vietnamese were fighting and the Vietnamese were fighting, hiding in the forest. However much these Americans tried, they were not being defeated. So Americans thought, we will spray a chemical which will defoliate all the forest. So they figured out a chemical which will come in the process of synthesizing chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is where you make your glucose in the plants. So if there is no chlorophyll, there is no leaf. So leaf will fall off, then we can see from top and then we can kill all these Vietnamese scientists. They thought, and then they got a chemical called Agent Orange. It's a chloroaromatic compound which sprayed on any green plant removes all the leaves. And chlorophyll not being synthesized, if the plant will die. So this is actually then called a herbicide. Will kill the herbs. So herbicide. So they sprayed it. Lo and behold, we have a chemical here now, so I will make this spray and kill all the other. So they spray. But soybean is also makes leaves, so that also died. And then now I have another idea. Now if I can destroy this chemical and give the capacity to destroy the chemical to the soybean, then I spray this chemical, soybean plant will not die and all others will die. So I get an enzyme gene producing this chemical destruction capacity introduced into the soybean plant. Now I have a plant which can sustain the onslaught of this herbicide, but all others cannot. So now if I spray just on the ground, nothing else will grow other than my soybean. And this is what they are doing all over the world, millions and millions of hectares. They just bulldoze, spray this, and put soybean. So you have nothing else growing other than soybean. So when you eat soybean, what else you are eating? This wonderful Agent Orange. But what did they do? They didn't just spray Agent Orange, they developed it further into a water-soluble herbicide. So you have millions and millions of hectares, these companies are using this. So what for are they producing this soybean? To make this being eaten by cows, pigs and chicken, whatever may be. If possible, humans also. Soya bean, source of protein, is the catchline. What do you call punchline? So you all think you need a lot of protein. In fact, you don't need more than 6 to 8% of protein. So everyone is thinking that we need protein, we need protein, we need protein. Eat soya bean, eat soya bean. They are already making the animals eat soya bean, and there is protein in your so-called meat, and still you want more protein. You this also. Soya bean milk, soya bean curd, soya bean this, soya bean that, soya bean, soya bean, soya bean, soya bean. So the whole world goes gaga about this soya bean, and everyone starts eating. Lo and behold, here what do you call the word cancer appears. Because what did it do? It is killing the chlorophyll, means exactly replica of chlorophyll is your hemoglobin, that is red blood cells. No difference. The only difference between chlorophyll and hemoglobin is you have magnesium in chlorophyll, iron on hemoglobin. So you remove the iron, you have chlorophyll. So what do? If actually you have bloodlessness, that is anemic condition, what do? You just have to take some curry leaves, put it in buttermilk, and you keep drinking for 21 days. Your blood hemoglobin level shoots up in no time. Why did it happen? Because you have shortcut method of providing this hemoglobin replica in chlorophyll. What all the body does is, everything is ready. Just remove that magnesium and put the iron, which is also present in curry leaf. So both things are taken care of. See, as simple as that. That means when you eat this soybean, what are you doing now? You are endangering the synthesis of hemoglobin. Now you understand why people are getting blood cancer? No one wants to tell you about this. So in fact, cancer became very prevalent starting the use of these pesticides made into soluble form. In fact, in nature, God makes poisonous things to be soluble only in lipids, that is fats. But now, in the name of biotechnology, we have made these poisons water soluble, and hence the wrath of chemicals going unchecked, untold by the human race. So we have now 16% of people, young boys and girls, suffering from cancer. What I'm talking is, if there are 100 cancer patients, 16 of them are boys and girls below the age of 15. This is the great business of this big companies, and no one wants to talk about. So we are all becoming sick. And then, as if it is not enough, we have medicines to take care of us. Sir, I have BP, take this tablet. How long? Lifelong. Sir, I have thyroid, take this tablet. How long? Lifelong. Sir, I have rheumatism, take this tablet. How long? Lifelong. Sir, I have asthma, take this puff. How long? Lifelong. Sir, I have cancer, till you live, take this. This is the sad story of human race. And we are okay with it, because we are very busy building careers, making money, making real estate. And all in all, it's just happening under your feet, under your nose, pun intended. As these things are happening, the whole world is changing, because we are using the natural resources. To make 1 kilo of sugar, you use 28,000 liters of water. To make 1 kilo of meat, you use 50,000 liters of water. To make 1 liter of milk, you need 20,000 liters of water. To make 1 kilo rice, you need 8,600 liters of water. 1 kilo wheat requires 10,000 liters of water. Where do you get all this from? Nature. We have only 3% of water that is potable, usable. We have been screwing up. And no scientist, no politician, no university wants to say that what you are eating is the responsible thing for all these disasters in the world. Each and everything that put into your mouth is so much environmentally packaged with dead matter. Now we are all okay with it. The rivers are disappearing because you are drinking coffee and tea. That no one wants to say. Because all the mountains and the lower part of the mountains are filled with this coffee and tea estates all over the world. Caffeine is what you get both from coffee and tea. Tea has more caffeine than coffee. 100 grams to 100 grams, you have 18% more caffeine in your tea than coffee. So many people come and tell me, sir, you are telling don't drink milk, don't drink coffee. Can I drink black tea, green tea, red tea, brown tea, black, whatever tea? Tea is tea. I tell them, stop, don't drink tea, don't drink coffee, period. Because caffeine, just caffeine alone, makes your sleep completely disappear. You may think you are sleeping, but you are not sleeping. It's only 5%. It's all sleep, manku. Alcohol, people who drink, they think they are sleeping. No, you are not sleeping. Sleep is a wonderful thing given by God. When you sleep in dark, you have to sleep in darkness, because when you sleep in darkness, people think light comes through only light. No, your whole body is sensitive to light. If there is no light, you don't make vitamin D. So that means light is absorbed through your skin too. So if you want to sleep, please just don't close your eyes, make darkness. Your body should be in darkness. Complete darkness gives you the best sleep. So avoid coffee and tea for 3 weeks and sleep in dark room. You will see what I mean. Because I have had many cases who could not sleep even after taking tranquilizer, sedative, sleeping tablets. Months together they were not sleeping because of this tablets, computers. You think, your body thinks you are still in the daytime because the light is going in. So please stop using the stupid phones after 7:30 or 8 p.m. because your extended day begins. So even these lights, so you better be in the dark as night dawns upon. What does it do? It produces so-called melatonin, which is very important initiative process for your good sleep. God nidra beku andre, you need to have these wonderful conditions which God has given us. There is a night and day. No. We have light, we will dance, we will drink, we will do party, this, that. And you don't sleep. So we are getting away from nature, inch by inch. Sorry, not inch by inch, mile by mile. Mile by mile. So in the last 50, 100 years, we have done very efficiently in the leadership of this Western thought process. So whatever they did is all nonsense. They have no idea what they are doing, but we know a lot of things, but we don't think we don't know. Or we don't. Because I have one funny incident to describe for you. Here, in America, when there is cancer patient, they just give radiotherapy, chemotherapy. When they do that, their system gets into shambles. They can't even swallow. But they are used to eating meat. Bacon, this, that, and that. So, the best thing, the doctor comes up and says, what do? I cannot do. Just drink chicken soup. That is the protocol there. So some of our doctors, initially so-called cancer oncology doctors, go there, get trained. They come back. In fact, this incident happened. One of the Brahmin patient, he became cancer patient, some stomach cancer. Protocol, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and the same thing happened, he cannot swallow. So the doctor said, what do I do? Drink chicken soup. See, this is the blind copying of our, not just the doctor, whole of us. These British have left coffee, tea with us, and we are drinking as if, when I say stop, coffee illadi hengappa life. What are you talking? Now I just drink 2 cups, that's all. No, I used to drink 5, 6 cups. Now I'm drinking only a cup, but I take black tea. This way or that way, you're taking caffeine. This caffeine, you are allowed to take if you want to be healthy, maybe once a year. Sambrama adre, Habba adre, you want to celebrate something, you drink a cup of coffee. Now you have daily drinking 2, 3 times coffee and you think you are okay. So when I tell people don't drink coffee, don't drink tea, everyone looks at me as a mad fellow. What are you telling? Now I keep looking at all these white mad fellows, why are they drinking coffee and tea? So my daughter growing up with me, she used to think, this fellow is mad or these people are mad. She's a homeopathy doctor now. So all her life she has been listening to this kind of issues. So she used to tell me, you are also mad, they are also mad. So now you understand what mistakes we have been doing, and no one is bothered, and no one wants to tell, and no one wants to talk about these things. Seriously, things are very, very wrong. That's why you see now, you have 18 kids being born called ADS, Attention Deficit Syndrome. See, I'm not talking about diseases, I'm talking about something very serious beyond that, a dimension which you are not even able to comprehend. 18% of kids are born attention. That means the CPU is not getting formed properly. So what does these ADU fellows do? They are very angry. They don't know why they are angry. They have no attention. 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. If something is, just break it, throw it. If someone is there, poke him, bite him. And they can't control like that. Why babies? A lot of people are also doing that. See how these things are. And, only 18%. The remaining people are okay. It should have been, there should have been no ADS in 10 lakh births. Well, we have 18 in 100 and it's okay with us. Because these Western people are telling it's okay. No problem, take a big tablet. No problem, take a tablet. After 3 years, not problem, take insulin. It's okay. It's okay with them because they are making 18, I think just 18 years back they were making 800,000 rupees profit. Now, in the last 5 years, these medicinal companies, how much money they are making just on diabetes alone? $827 billion. Yes, sir? $827 billion just per year. If you calculate into rupees, it is 50,000 billion rupees. And 1/3 of it is from our country. 20,000 billion rupees. You are paying for just diabetes. They are not curing, they are just managing it. MBA course. So, You have 28% of people diabetic and becoming more and more people. By 2025, I believe it is 50%. Who says it? WHO says it. And it's fine. For whom? For pharmaceutical companies. So this is the mess we are in. So just that event, that small event of meeting that young girl menstruating, just threw up all this in my mind 28 years ago, 30 years approximately. So I said, this is nonsense. So I was also involved in this so-called genetic engineering, this kind of activities while I was working in DuPont. So I became very vexed and I wanted to work on something called real food. So what is real food then? The real food is something which keeps us healthy. And this is not a complete definition. So how does health come? Now we have hundreds of diseased conditions, various diseases, very different names. So if you have health, all these diseases have to become just names. Am I right? So how do I produce a healthy person should be our main concern. So how do I regain health back into this sick body? So if I eat something that slowly makes my body get rid of all these disease conditions, and that is what is real food. So when I eat the right food, what it should happen? There is no need for medicine. That condition should exist. So what is the source of all these problems is that the foods that we are eating, peripherally creating all these issues, but in the center of the action, when the digestive processes complete their process, the glucose, that is the real energy-giving molecule, is to be produced and pumped into blood. Because if there is no glucose in your blood, you will just lose your consciousness. Because it is the blood glucose, the oxygen that you breathe in burns glucose and produces carbon dioxide and water. While it does that, it also produces ATP, adenosine triphosphate, a molecule, you can think of it as a battery. It just absorbs the energy that is released. See, when you burn some material, the oxygen in the outside, you get heat. And that is dissipates into the environment. But here in our cells, living cells, when you burn glucose with the oxygen that is carried by your blood, that is red blood cells, hemoglobin has got iron which tags on to the oxygen, and that's what goes into every cell. So the moment it sees glucose, it burns and then produces energy, and this is what is used for all your living energy. Say if I am speaking, I am sitting, I am holding my nose, I am breathing in, I am sleeping, I am walking, whatever, all living activities require energy, and that comes from that ATP molecule, adenosine triphosphate, and that is the resultant of burning glucose. And this is called respiration. All living things on this planet, from microbes to so-called human beings or whales, elephants, tigers, small microbes, even viruses produce energy this form. There are few living things on this planet at the edges of volcanic mountains called sulfur-breathing bacteria, whose metabolism is little different, but it is minuscule quantity. And that means all living things on this planet get energy by this. So where that means if we are releasing energy, carbon dioxide and H2O in some place is making glucose, and that's what happens in your chlorophyll. And that is what is called photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide and water are synthesized into glucose and oxygen. That's how the green leaves breathe out oxygen, take in carbon dioxide. So the whole world is living because you have these two wonderful processes. And I told you, I will tell you about water. What does water do here? It is actually the platform for the energy of the sun to be absorbed. This chlorophyll absorbs carbon dioxide and holds it. The photosynthetic, the photons come and break this water into hydrogen and oxygen, and you have hydrogen coming and launching onto this carbon dioxide, oxygen getting released. So the opposite, and here instead of releasing, you have to supply energy, and that is the sun energy. Ade Chaitanya. So whatever you are thinking, you have energy. Whenever I am moving my hand, I am talking to you, I am walking, the energy is from the wonderful sun, which is trapped by carbon dioxide. You think it is the glucose that has trapped. In fact, it is the water that has trapped the energy. By dividing itself, goes and latches on to carbon dioxide. So the energy trapping is done by water. So water is not just to drink. It is the source of life on this planet.